Welcome inside Truist Arena here today alongside Henry Crawford and Jakob Staley. My name is Ben Burdette, and the NKU Norse women are back home to take on Cleveland State in another Horizon League matchup. The Norse sitting in fourth place in the Horizon League as it stands, coming off a 97-91 loss in overtime here in this building 1 week ago at the hands of Purdue Fort Wayne, a game that just slipped out of their reach, and a game where Karina Bistri had a night, 35 points, but all for naught as the Norse dropped it against the Dons.
Yeah, and this will be their 25th meeting between the two teams, with Cleveland State holding an 18-6 edge. So it's pretty one-sided there. But over the last 14 matchups, the Vikings have posted a 12-2 record against the Norse, including a 74-56 victory in their first meeting of the season back in December.
Yeah, that was the opening game to Horizon League play. That was a time where the Norse were 3-8, 3-9 after that game, and they were kind of spiraling after playing a really tough non-conference schedule, but getting into the Horizon League schedule not in a strong way in that first game. But since then, they've been much, much better. Since that game, they are 7-4, looking to make it 8-4 here today. We're just about ready to go. Tip off, Maddie Moody jumping with Isabella Zingaro, and the Norse win the tip. Here's Tasha Rushton over to Karina Bistri, 35 points her last time out. Rushton, no hesitation, a quick three. It's off the back iron, high into the air, grabbed by Cleveland State's Isabel Zingaro. Team's leading scorer, 15 points a game out of Bolton, Ontario, played previously at Montana. Here's Colby Maples now, preseason Horizon League Player of the Year. Maples gets a screen, takes some contact, throws it up and in. Two quick ones for Colby Maples. Tough shot.
Yeah, and that was just too easy for her. Just got to her spot. Just make them pay.
Maya Meredith on the curl, top of the key, swung over to Bistri. She puts the ball on the deck, goes baseline, gets to her spot, but can't finish the layup. Got her own miss, though, missed again. Greek side offensive rebound by Walterman, though, and looks like we have an injury. I believe that's Zingaro. Might have taken a hit to the face here. Let's see.
Yeah, her and Walterman were both going for the rebound there, and she kind of got a little bit of an elbow.
Media timeout. Wow, okay. So 58 seconds into the game. We're going to go to our first media timeout. 9:02 left to play here in the first. Henry Crawford hasn't even gotten a word in.
I know, you don't see that. I usually would get a word in here before, but, well, it's been off to an exciting start here in Truist Arena. We'll be back.
All right, so they review the play. There's no flagrant foul. That's what they were looking at. Walterman gave a pretty sizable blow to Isabel Zingaro down low. But it'll be the Norse's basketball with 9:02 left and 7 to shoot. It was deemed incidental contact.
Interesting way to set the tone for a game like this. We'll see if there's any more action in the paint. But when you got two powerhouses going up for a board like that, stuff happens.
Yeah, Zingaro averages 6 rebounds a game, and Walterman averages 5. So, and Walterman just an unbelievably physical player down low. And you love to see that. You're setting the tone, right? You're in the first minute of the game. You're setting the tone for the other team's forwards that, hey, getting a rebound in this game is not going to be easy.
Definitely not, especially on the offensive end. That's where Waterman gets most of her rebounds anyway, so she's not going to make it easy for them on the offensive end.
All right, so back to play just about here. The Norse will have it on the sideline. Kind of a interesting spot for Beastry to inbound. She's near the corner, but not quite in the corner. On the near baseline. Here comes Tasha Rushton out to get it. 5 to shoot here for the Norse. Rushton steps back from 3. That's off and rebounded by Zingaro. So 2 Norse possessions, 2 missed threes for Tasha Rushton. Here comes Maples streaking up ahead. Over to Jada Leonard, team's 3rd leading scorer. Down low Zingaro. Leonard, top of the key, thought about a 3. Instead drives in, kicks it out. Into the corner. Macy Fegan. Fegan puts it on the deck, gets it back out to Maples. Now guarded by Moody. She'll shoot right over and drill the 3. Colby Maples, a good 3 steps behind the line. She's got all 5 for Cleveland State.
And that was a good defensive set by NKU, but it's just the shooting by Colby Maples. That's just going to make you pay. Give her an inch of space, she'll hit it.
Yeah, if that is a tone setter for the rest of this match, the Norse have got to be worried. I mean, Cleveland State here running circles around the Norse in this first 2 minutes, excuse me.
There's another miss on the Norse and a really well drawn up play to get Maya Meredith on the cut, but she missed the reverse layup. On the other end, the Norse do force a miss from the free throw line, rebounded by Walterman. Now Beastry sends it up ahead to Rushton. Right back to Beastry. Beastry for 3. That's no good. Norse cold to start. Tasha Rushton comes away with the offensive rebound, though, after pinballing around. 15 to shoot now for the Norse. Meredith to Moody, top of the key. Beastry, screen set. She denies it, and she does what she does best. Draws a foul. This time won't be a shooting foul, but slashing in, drawing contact. It's going to go on Jada Leonard for Cleveland State, team's first. Rushton inbounding, going all the way out to Meredith near half court. Screen set by Walterman. Meredith, quick crossover into the lane, dishes it off Maddie Moody, little pump fake, and she puts it in off the glass. Norse on the board.
That's what she's good at, playing down low and a little pump fake to get her defender going, and she just makes him pay right there.
Here's Jada Leonard, left uncontested for a 3. It's off the back iron, hit high into the air, and a foul going against Cleveland State as they went over Maya Meredith's back, trying to grab that board. So a couple stops in a row here for the Norse. They got a chance to tie it up here on this possession. Walterman over to Beastry, 17 to shoot. Here comes Meredith to the top of the key. Drives left-handed dribble drive off the glass. She's fouled, and Maya Meredith is headed to the free throw line.
Yeah, and good way to get to the free throw line. You see a defender shift down, and she knows how to just use her body and just a way to get the ball over that defender. Meredith, a 69% free throw shooter. Missed the first one there.
Ones that you not grab. These 2 are in.
Meredith makes the second.
5-3 now. Here's Jada Leonard. Good ball denial there from Rushton. They still do get it to Maples, though. Maples over the top to Macy Fegan. Fegan looking down low, and pass intercepted and stolen. They were trying to get it into Zingaro.
And this is where NKU is efficient on the fast break point.
Here's Moody posting up, spins, couple defenders. It doesn't matter. Maddie Moody Just wonderful footwork down low. She's got 4 early, and we're tied.
And that's where her game is. She just works it down there, and it's easy for her.
Tasha Rushton, no airspace for Maples. She gives it up to Fegan, facing up and then passing it out. Van Wielden with it. And now Colby Maples, hounded by Rushton again. Leonard, Beastry on her, 7 to shoot for the Vikings. Leonard in the lane, lost it, got it back, sent out for a 3 from the wing. It's flat and short. Fight for the board. There's a jump ball. Tied up with Walterman and Rockwood.
Zingaro coming in here. Seems Cleveland State needs to make a few adjustments, have some more presence in the paint when you've got Maddie Moody out there doing what she does.
And Rushton is playing really good defense on Maples, just trying to deny her the ball, and that's what they need to do here, is try to get their leading scorer to not score.
Possession errors with Cleveland State. They have it back quick. 3 off the inbound is missed. And, a foul staying here. It's going to go on Walterman. Fouling Zingaro.
There's a pretty big height advantage, like 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches there. She does well getting position. It's just with the height and is just totally different there.
Mia Jordan checks in for Walterman, so the height difference a little different now with Jordan being 6'3". But here's Maples trying to back down Rushton. Really good defense. Forces a tough fall away from Maples. She missed it on the putback. Zingaro missed the easy putback. And now the Norse on the run. Beastry picks up her dribble, shovels it off to Moody. Hand off to Rushton. She'll try another 3. That one's good. Tasha Rushton. Now 1 for 3 from deep. She's never going to be shy to let it fly. And drills that one.
Yeah, and that's her 137th attempt, the most by any player on this team.
Norse in the lead, 8-5. Maples, Rushton steps back over Rushton and drills another 3. Colby Maples has all 8 for Cleveland State. Wheel! Beastry. Over the top, Rushton. Moody now. Swung back to Beastry. Good job here by Cleveland State. No airspace. Mia Jordan, a quick mid-range. Can't get it to go.
And their zone defense is working pretty well. The way they're shifting and changing is working really well for them.
Jada Leonard streaks down to the other end and draws a foul. It's going to go on Maddie Moody. So 2 free throws coming for Jada Leonard. Checking in, Paula Pique for Cleveland State. Sophomore guard out of Barcelona. Previously played at Abilene Christian before coming to Cleveland State.
Yeah, and so far this season, the Vikings ranked 14th nationally, averaging 16 free throws made per game for the year. Cleveland State has converted 372 free throws. That leads all in the Horizon League. Make 2 there.
10-8 now. Rushton guarded by Pique. Back to Beastry and Rushton. Top of the key. Beastry will try a 3. Follows her shot. It's off the mark. And rebound tracked down by Macy Fegan. Leonard down low. Zingaro got it to go right over Moody. Just spun over that right shoulder. Finished with the left. It's 12-8 Cleveland State. Zingaro's first points.
Yeah, and she's just making her presence known on both ends. Even with those missed shots, she's still making them.
Rushton again. A little inside-out action. They got it down to Jordan in the post. She sent it right back out. And with no hesitation, Rushton knocks down her second 3.
Yeah, even with that 27% free throw or 3-point shooter, she will still shoot it.
Yeah, 2 for 4 so far. She's had kind of a tough time shooting the ball recently. Like we said, never going to shy away from taking many attempts. But good start to get off to a hot start in this one. Norse fouling on Mia Jordan away from the ball, and the Norse get a turnover on the inbound. Rushton right back to Beastry. Jordan. Beastry, 3 for her. No, rebounded by Zingaro. Leonard will slow it down for the Vikings. And fouls going on Mia Jordan. That's her second. Down low, battling with Zingaro. And I don't know if Chris Kilsmeyer screaming at the referee from the sideline, that's a foul, had any, impact on the call. But I'll tell you, after he screamed that, the foul call came about a half second later.
Yeah. It was quick.
Chris Kilsmeyer's done a lot of winning for this Cleveland State team. He's in his 8th year. He's 170-77 at the helm for the Vikings.
Maples back in the game.
Here's Zingaro looking outside to Piqué. Look down low. Jordan defending. May have gotten a piece down there, and it's a missed shot. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Norse. Wow, they just couldn't track it down.
Yeah, and it's just 3 defenders trying to fight for one ball, and it corral it in.
Noel Hubert checks in for Mia Jordan. My goodness, Colby Maples just drives inside, jackknifing on Karina Beastry, who's playing good defense. Still got that to go somehow. She's got 10 points.
Yeah, even with straight-up defense, you can't really stop that.
Maya Meredith, a tough catch right over top of Zingaro on the block, banks it in. Meredith has 3. It's back to a 1-point game, 14-13. Foul away from the ball. They fouled Zingaro again. Jemiah Thomas, who just came into the game, is going to be called for it. My goodness.
It's just fighting for position down there. And as the offensive player, you have kind of all the more free will there than Jemiah Thomas.
Well, I think we know what the scouting report was on Isabella Zingaro. Well, it's just not being called the way the Norse would prefer. They're not really letting them be all that physical down there. However, Zingaro missed the first free throw.
Yeah, 82% free throw shooter. She's been to the line more times than anybody this season. 131 times.
She goes 1 for 2 and checks out, replacing her Laurel Rockwood, 6'4" graduate student from Henderson, Nevada. So 15-13, Cleveland State leads. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to play. And the first stolen away by Colby Maples. Just stripped it right away from Noel Hubert. Maples now trying to recollect the basketball to slow it down. Maples looking down low to Rockwood. Sent out to Paula Piqué, guarded by Meredith. 15 to shoot for the Vikings. Maples calls for an ISO, working on Noel Hubert. Maples crossover, drives inside, lots of contact, offensive foul. Tasha Rushton stands in there, got herself stationary outside the restricted arc, and that's a personal foul on Colby Maples.
Yeah, and that was good defense by Noel Hubert, staying on her toes and just being ready for any bait Maples throws at her, and she was a big reason why Rushton got that offensive foul call.
Rushton catch and shoot again. That's good again. Tasha Rushton 3 for 5 here in the first quarter. She's got 9 points and the Norse lead 16-15.
It's clear she's got a hot hand here tonight. We'll see if they continue to feed it to her. And not to mention her defensive efforts. She is playing some all right defense here. She is not getting away from these Cleveland State players.
Oh, a foul called on Cleveland State. They were taking it away from Laurel Rockwood. And once Rockwood lost the ball, she committed a foul on the Norse. So both teams now in the bonus for the remaining 1 minute 14 here in the opening period. Who's going to be going to the line for the Norse?
Yeah, and good eyes by NKU there. They see that a Cleveland State offensive players struggling to even find the ball, and they just swarm and is able to kind of chop down there and steal the ball and then get the foul.
Looks like it's Jemiah Thomas taking the free throws. Yeah, there's so many Norse around, it's hard to know who got fouled.
60% free throw shooter. It's off the back iron, rolls off the front rim.
Over 2 for Thomas. Norse come away empty. Beastry guarding Maples. Maples goes right, goes baseline now. Tough contortionary finish, and she got it.
I mean,
Colby Maples has been unbelievable.
Maples is playing some incredible basketball right now. I mean, she has a confidence about her when she plays that she knows she's good. She knows she was preseason All Horizon League Player of the Year. So the Norse are definitely going to have to adjust here if they're looking to be able to combat her a little better than they have here in this first quarter.
And she's got 12 all by herself. The Norse trail it by 1, 17-16. Rushton in the lane, kicks it out. Hubert, good look at a 3. Off the back iron, rebounded though by Karina Beastry. She goes right back up with it, and Karina Beastry is headed to the free throw line for 2.
Hubert doesn't miss much. 40% free throw shooter, leads the team. Has only made 27 this season, but can really make them pay out there. Hamilton and for Tasha Rushton.
Also, the Norse number 4. It's got 30. It's got 20.
So Beastry, who's just been making a living at the free throw line this her freshman season, knocks down the first free throw. Beastry brought her season average from 13.5 all the way up to 14.5 just with that last 35-point game. She knocks down a couple of free throws here, her first points of the game. But the Norse teeter-totter back in front, 18-17.
Yeah, Beastry actually leads all freshmen nationally in free throws made. She's made 110 on 137 attempts this season. Incredible work at the line from Karina Beastry this season.
29 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Shot clock is off for Cleveland State. Jada Leonard doesn't care. She's going to drive right to the basket and miss the layup. Out of bounds, though. Last touch by Jemiah Thomas and the Norse. So Cleveland State will have another crack at it.
It's a lot of confusion, I think, on the offensive end. Fegan was looking at their coach and seeing what was going on, and same thing with Maple.
So now baseline out of bounds. They go over the top to Colby Maples. 17 seconds left. Maples working on a 12-point quarter. Maples trying to put the Vikings back in the lead in the first quarter. 9 to shoot for Maples. Gives it up. Leonard swung into the corner. A corner 3 off the mark. Missed by Sarah Hurley. Offensive rebound. Zingaro. She puts it up and in. And as the clock expires, Cleveland State gets the bucket to give them the lead after 19 to 18.
And that was just too easy there. She just put her hands up and really just threw the ball in there. I mean, that was just too easy for her, and a bad defensive stop or bad defense by NKU.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about previously, this Cleveland State team is comfortable in close games. So if the first quarter is a sign for how the next 3 will go, it seems Cleveland State might be pretty comfortable with how this game's going. But we shall see, folks.
At 12 points in the first quarter for Colby Maples, 5 for Isabella Zingaro, and 9 for Tasha Rushton on 3 made threes to lead the Norse. You said it, 1-point game after 1 quarter. Here at Truist Arena, we'll be back for much, much more after this here on the Northerner. Second quarter, Norse with the basketball first, trailing by 1. Quick pop by Karina Beastry, hits the rim twice, but falls out. And on the rebound, a jump ball forced by Abby Walterman. Possession arrow is with Cleveland State, but that's what you like to see. Tenacity on the boards.
And good swarming by Anna Hamilton and Abby Walterman just to get a jump ball. I mean, next jump ball's in your favor, so works out well.
Colby Maples. Here's Zingaro. Really good position down low. She was fouled from behind by Noelle Hubert. She discarded Abby Walterman, and then Hubert came to help and hit her from behind. So 2 free throws coming for Isabel Zingaro, who only scored 5 points in the first quarter, but I mean, she undeniably made her impact on the game. She's been dominant all game long. She's forcing fouls like crazy all through that first quarter.
Yeah, she's definitely going to keep getting fouls and getting to the line. And she will make them pay there. I mean, she's an 82% free throw shooter, but misses the first one.
Yeah,
so
just missed her second free throw of the game. She's 1 for 3 on the game.
Foul's worth it.
As an 82%, she just missed again. So 1 for 4.
Good foul.
For a very good free throw shooter.
The bright lights, the truest arena.
Too many fans in here.
Hannah Hamilton into the game. Trying to get free of Jada Leonard. Gets it back to Karina Beastry. Swings it over to Maddie Moody. Big skip to Beastry. Sent to the corner. Oh, Hamilton dropped the pass out of bounds. She was open. I don't know if she was going to take the 3 or what, but she might have been a little surprised by how open she was.
And just that quick switching and changing on their zone defense just gets the offense kind of flustered, and that it worked well.
Here's Colby Maples. Driving left on Beastry. Up and under and in again. 3 Norse came to contest the shot, but it didn't matter. Maples has 14. Thrown up ahead. Tough catch for Maddie Moody on the baseline. Dribbles out of it. Working on Zingaro. Her shot was blocked by Zingaro. Transition now for Cleveland State. Maples around Beastry. Can't get it to go. Offensive board is put back up and in. Plus a foul for Macy Fegan.
Yeah, it was a good find by Anna Hamilton. Moody just kind of forces the issue there and goes straight into Zingaro. And it was just going to, it was not going to really turn out well. She should have just kicked it out and kind of reset there. But good way on offense to get to the line for Cleveland State.
Jemiah Thomas coming in here for Walterman. If I'm this Norse team, you do not want to let this Cleveland State team pull forward any further than they have right now. It's a 5-point game, 18-23 in the Vikings' favor. Karina Beastry
streaking into the front court, draws a foul there on Macy Fegan. Vikings continue to struggle at the free throw line. Fegan couldn't complete the 3-point play. Or 0 for 3 this quarter so far. So Colby Maples out of the game. A chance for the Norse to really attack here with Maples on the bench. Hamilton.
Good step.
Kick outside to Moody. Beastry now. Good defense swung over to Hamilton. This zone, no holes in it seemingly thus far for Cleveland State. Beastry gets inside, takes a tough pull-up, can't get it to go, and Zingaro gobbles up the rebound. Sarah Hurley. Down low, Zingaro spinning on Thomas. Tough fall away, she put it in. Isabella Zingaro. Unbelievable.
And just making it really easy.
25-18 Cleveland State. Swung outside, Meredith a 3 off the back iron. The Norse have no answers for Zingaro.
And no answers for this zone defense.
Running the floor, Paula Pique bounces it up and in. Timeout called by Jeff Hands. That's a big run for Cleveland State, and they take a 9-point lead, 27-18. We'll take a break here on the Northerner. More after this. The Norse trying to respond out of the timeout. Norse out of the timeout. They break into the front court. Tasha Rushton's back into the game. Maddie Moody with it. Rushton over to Moody. North still having a hard time picking out this zone here. Thomas now going at Zingaro. Spins again, and misses the layup. Zingaro made it tough.
Yeah, she will make it tough every single time. And it was a good position by Jemiah Thomas to get to the nail and just work her way down in the paint.
PK. Leonard down low Zingaro. Gives it off to the cutter, who is fouled. That's Macy Fegan. And Fegan's headed to the free throw line, fouled by Jemiah Thomas. Second on Thomas.
And they're doing what they're doing best, is getting to the free throw line, and they're ranked nationally for a reason.
Now, they have not shot it well today. Knocks that one down.
79, basically 80% free throw share. Takes a second.
So it's an 11-point lead for Cleveland State. 29-18, 6:50 to play here in the first half.
They're throwing a press.
Norse get it across half court just in time, and Jada Leonard fouls Maddie Moody from behind. It's the third team foul on Cleveland State, and the second on Jada Leonard. Beastry back with it off the inbound. Swing it over to Moody. Swung over to Rushton. Now Meredith down low. Beastry on the block. Takes it back outside. Steps back for a three. And it's good. Karina Beastry gets to her spot. Calmly knocks it down. They got to get her going. She's got 5 now. They're going to need a lot more from her.
Yeah,
29-21.
definitely will. She shoots 32% from the three-point line, but she can make them pay. There's a three there.
Yeah, Paula Pique responding immediately, was left wide open. Knocked down the three, 32-21. Cleveland State gets the three right back. Meredith back to Rushton. Meredith now drives left and is fouled on the way to the basket. So that's the way the Norse can start imposing their will on offense. They've been fouled on drives a lot in this game. It's just about actually driving the basketball. There's been a lot of passing around the perimeter, not a lot of action.
Yeah, and that's what you want. Just go to the hole and something will happen.
Rushton, a good look at a three again. That one is an air ball. After starting 3 for 5, that one was wide right.
And it was just the presence of the defender. Even though it's not near her, she can still feel it, and it kind of gets to you.
Ball went out of bounds, so it's Cleveland State's ball. Here's Colby Maples switching back onto Beastry. And a offensive foul away from the ball. Looks like it's going on Macy Fegan, trying to clear some space down low.
You made some better in that second, and the team cool.
Looks like they're settling back on defense, not going for a press there.
Thomas on the elbow, puts it on the deck, sends it back out to Rushton. Kamora Morgan just came into the game. Now Moody, lots of traffic there in the paint. Moody turning around, had it stripped away. Ball on the deck and a jump ball. So Moody gets it poked away, but she does a good job to get down on the deck and tie it up. The possession there is with the Norse. 10 to shoot for them.
And they're just cutting off so many defenders down low. Jemiah Thomas was just sealed off that whole play. And you just take her out of play, so it's 4 on 5.
Rushton inbounding to Kamora Morgan in the corner. Under 10 to shoot now for the Norse. Oh my gosh, whipped down low by Maya Meredith with one hand right into the arms of Isabella Zingaro. A Norse turnover. They trail it by 11. Cleveland State looking for more. Zingaro. Outside Hurley, and now back to Colby Maples, now guarded by Kamora Morgan.
Zingaro,
the long-armed guard.
fighting for position.
Down low, Zingaro is fouled by Thomas. 2 free throws coming for Zingaro, and for Thomas, that is her third in very limited minutes, but all these Norse forwards are just getting dominated by Zingaro. You bring in Jordan now, who also has 2 fouls.
The Lions Vikings number 13 in the middle, Zingari. 4-2 free throws.
That's where all the
Isabella Zingaro is 1 for 5 from the free throw line today after being 82% for the season. Very interesting.
Yeah, and leads the team, and she makes the second one there. She's 2 for 5 today. So they've been good, pretty good fouls.
Here's Kimora Morgan. Pulls up. Long 2 for Morgan. Off the back iron. High into the air. Grabbed and a jump ball. Called possession error with Cleveland State that time. It was Elise Magassa that got up high for the board for Cleveland State, the senior out of Paris. Lots of international representation on this Cleveland State team. Got multiple Canadians. You got Spaniards. You got French. Pretty unbelievable. Maples. Pique. Down low. Oh, an errant pass thrown out of bounds, trying to get it down low to Laurel Rockwood. And just a little wide, hit off Rockwood's hands and trickled out of bounds. So the Norse catch a break as the Vikings turn it over, see if they can get anything off of it.
Morgan just steps into one. Falls short.
Morgan made 3 threes in her last game, had 11 points. That time a little overzealous on the 3 attempt, and Karina Beastry right to the scores table. Jeff Hands, as soon as he saw that 3 miss, called for Beastry to check back in. Here's Paula Pique on the handoff, sent out to the corner. Hurley a 3, that's way long. An air ball going all the way out of bounds on the other side. I mean, she missed that by 2 feet.
Beastry in for Morgan.
Morgan.
Called that one. Ben.
For CFU 35, Elvin Midland. Place it further.
21-33. They cut into this lead just a little bit, but Cleveland State just keeps putting it back on. So it's kind of going nowhere for them.
Beastry over to Rushton, shoveled down low to Jordan, back out Rushton. So little airspace here for the Norse. Meredith over to Moody, pops out for a 3. That's wide right, hits off the backboard.
Yeah, and that's not a shot with Moody's. She can hit those, but that's not a shot.
Pique off the back iron. Good look for Paula Pique. Norse a little bit of a transition opportunity now. Beastry kicks it out. Last touched by Rushton. Jada Lee, or was it? It was Maples that got her hand on it initially, but then it also pinballed off of Rushton's hands before going out of bounds. The Norse just made a mess out of that transition opportunity.
Zingaro in for Rockwood. See what they do here in the last 3 minutes.
Mia Jordan here in the Thunderdome against Zingaro.
Yeah, Jordan in there with 2 fouls. Now Pique over to Zingaro at the 3-point line. Foul away from the ball on Pique as Tasha Rushton goes flying down to the ground. The offensive foul will go on Pique.
Kind of running off that screen and then just kind of pushing off a little bit, and Rushton just flies a little bit. Kind of, you have to sell it just a smidge.
There's Rushton. Corner to Beastry, back to Rushton. Behind the back dribble, over to Maya Meredith. Bullet pass down low. Jordan pulls up right over top of Zingaro, and it's a miss.
Yeah, and Jeff Hans did not like that shot. He was standing right in front of us and was not happy with that. That's not really what you want. You want to kind of go to the hole there.
Just like Maples did, jackknifing right through, like a hot knife through butter. Maples gets to the rim. She has 16 here in the first half.
And it's just too easy for her. And any spot she gets to, she can just make it.
Good look for Rushton. Another 3, in and out. Hit every part of the rim. Maddie Moody on the offensive glass, though. Now Beastry. trying to get through the lane. She misses the layup. A little bit of contact down low. No call.
Moody should have just gone up with that. She would have got fouled or even made it. She had position and everything and passes it to Beastry and
foul away
Who's
from the
missing
ball. Maddie Moody fouling Zingaro. I mean, this is
You found the number
something. Second on Moody.
5th foul. They're even with fouls, so it's going both ways.
number 13.
But not the person you want to put in the line.
I would
Zingaro.
guess 95% of the Norse fouls they've committed have been on Isabella Zingaro. And I'll be really interested when we get the official halftime stats, how many fouls drawn Isabella Zingaro's had. It's going to be double digits, I'd presume.
But she makes the first one there. It makes the second. So that's the first trip to the line she's made too. So not a good foul.
Norse just trying to salvage something here. They're now down by 16 with a minute and a half here to play in the first half. Trying to have something good to go into the locker room with.
Yeah, and you kind of want to work it on offense. They're kind of just staying in the arc. They should get it more in the paint.
Rushton
with
pull
it.
up mid-range. She sticks it. Rushton now, Norse leader in points now with 11.
She's taking things into her own hands. I mean, she's playing well on defense. It's just the offense has to go through more than just her.
Still trailing it by 14. Zingaro, easy position down low. A quick catch, spin, and a finish. Zingaro now has 12.
And the way she retains possession and then is able just to spin around the defender with her, just putting her leg around is just easy.
Mia Jordan tries to go back at Zingaro, tries a tough fadeaway jumper, and another empty possession for the Norse.
Looks like Cleveland State might be slowing down a little bit.
They lead it by 16. Maples guarded by Beastry. Now 13 to shoot. They got to do something. Maples been out near half court almost the whole time. 8 to shoot now. Maples still waiting. Screen set by Zingaro. She denies it, pulls up for 3. Not that time. Offensive rebound, and a foul's called on
Maddie Moody.
Oh, my goodness. That's number 3 on Moody. The Norse do not have a forward on their roster right now. Well, I shouldn't say that. That has played in this game. That doesn't have 3 fouls.
Yeah.
This is becoming calamitous.
Yeah.
No, that's not right. That calamitous. That's what I was trying to say.
Cataclysmic.
Yeah,
is the
see,
word
it was a
you would
little,
be looking for there.
merge of words there.
Mia Jordan only has 2 fouls.
Well, we can call her a sinner then, so my point still stands.
True.
Perfect.
Make the first free throw.
Yeah, this is Elise Magassa at the free throw line.
Magassa is 60% or 56% free throw shooter and mixes the second there.
All right,
Shot
so the
clock
Norse
turned off.
chance to hold for the final shot. 10 seconds to go for the Norse. Rushton looking up at the clock, guarded by Paula Pique. 11 in the first half for Rushton. Can she get more? Meredith now with 3. Meredith pulls up at the horn and sticks it. So at the horn, the Norse get a bucket and now go into the locker room trailing by 15 after the first 20 minutes here at Truist Arena. Cleveland State leads NKU 40-25. The 2 stars for Cleveland State as advertised with Colby Maples 16 in the first half and Isabella Zingaro with 12. And also Zingaro, you got to think she might be close to a double-double already. For the Norse, it's been the Taysha Rushton show. 11 points for her, 5 points for Karina Beastry. They'll look to get her going, and 5 points for Maya Meredith. Norse have some work to do coming out of the break if they want to get back in the win column here today.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland State just keeps going with Maples and Zingaro. It's just working out between them. Between them, they just make up most of the scoring, and that's what you want. But for NKU, they just have not got it going. And, I mean, Taysha Rushton with 11, and not really anything from anybody else, which you do not like.
I mean, let's highlight a little bit of the defensive performance of these teams here. Just looking at this box here, the stats on rebounds. Cleveland State has 25 total. That's 18 defensive, 7 offensive. NKU's got 14 rebounds. They're being out-rebounded by almost double here tonight, and obviously that comes down to the force that is Isabella Zingaro. I mean, she has just been dominant in the paint. And if the Norse want to have a chance at coming back from this, they have got to find a way to combat her without fouling because they've got too many players in foul trouble to be comfortable, and they've really got to lock in on that defensively if they want to have a chance here.
Yeah, Isabella Zingaro, 12 points, 8 rebounds in the first half. And in her 15 minutes on the floor, she was a plus 23. Now, if you can even compare to her peers on her team, the next highest is Sarah Hurley with 14, and Colby Maples is at 8. So, I mean, Cleveland State is just a completely different team for the better with Isabella Zingaro on the floor. She's also drawn 7 fouls, which was a stat we were curious about in the first half. So, I mean, North's got to make an adjustment. They're in foul trouble. Maddie Moody has 3 fouls. Walterman has 2. Jordan has 2. Jemiah Thomas has 3. Those are the only players with a foul other than Noelle Hubert. So they have 11 team fouls, 10 of them on forwards or centers. So the Zingaro effect in full effect.
It is.
In the first half. But North trail it by 15. We'll be back for the second half after this here on the Northerner.
been writing it.
Start of the second half, Norse with the basketball first. Trailing it by 15, Tasha Rushton with the basketball, had 11 in the first half. She pulls up for a mid-range and can't get it to go. That was a common theme for the Norse in the first half, shooting just 9 for 32 as a team. Colby Maples with the basketball, had 16 in the first half. Gives it up to Jada Leonard, who was relatively quiet herself, averaging about 13 points a game. Only had 2 points there in the first half. Here's Maples down low. How did she finish that? Right over top of the much taller Mia Jordan. Maples still lays it in. She's up to 18 points, and the lead is up to 17 for the Vikings.
Starting how? She started in the first half, basically. She's not going to be done.
Beastry, wow, right around Zingaro. A nifty little finish there for the freshman Beastry. She's up to 7, and that's exactly what the Norse need from her.
And she knows how to score over bigger players. She just knows how to, she just has the knowledge to just be able to get around and use her feet.
Zingaro, wow, stolen by Mia Jordan. So Jordan, even with the 2 fouls, fearlessly reaches around and pokes that ball away. And the Norse back with it now. Beastry, Rushton. Back to Beastry, guarded by Maples. Rushton bounced down low. Jordan faces up for the mid-range. Can't get it to go.
Good face up. That she can hit those. It's just did not go down for her.
Maples picked up by Beastry. Maples picks up her dribble. Sent to the corner for a Hurley 3. That's long again. And rebounded by Meredith on the weak side.
And that pass took a while. That she didn't want to pass it at first, and then saw Jordan take a step down in the paint, and then she just let it go.
3 for Beastry. Off the back iron, high into the air. Out of bounds, last touched by Abby Walterman. Cleveland State basketball.
Waterman just flying in there and just tapping the ball out. See if she can get something.
Zingaro now in double-double territory. 10 rebounds, 12 points here with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Exciting to see what her final stat line might be tonight.
Got a real chance at 2020. That is if the Norse that is assuming the Norse don't make an adjustment, which they seemingly have in the second half so far. Maya Meredith has a steal going the other way now, steps around, scores, and a foul as Colby Maples stood trying to take an offensive foul, but instead it was a block and a chance for a 3-point play for Maya Meredith.
Good step through to catch that defender. Just lacking there. She didn't even know what to do and just fouled. And just easy way to get to the line.
Meredith completes the 3-point play. She's up to 8 points now. It's a 12-point game. The Norse have scored 5 straight points.
Yeah, and the 70% free throw shooters just trying to get back to the line.
Foul going on Beastry. They try to loop the pass over the top to Maples. It's the first on Beastry. First of the quarter for the Norse.
I'm curious if Zingaro is able to draw 3 more fouls. Could we count that as a triple-double?
I mean, it should be, because that is such a important piece of how this game has gone. You know, it's been a real impact on how they're playing Zingaro. Here's Hurley. Maples pulls up for 3 right over top of Beastry, and she put it in again. I mean, I can't believe this. I mean, I know she's good, and she's had a good season, but, I mean, this is another level here from Maples. 21 points with 7 minutes left in the third. Right on the other end, Walterman spins around Zingaro and scores. So the Norse have handled Zingaro pretty well coming out of the break, but Maples still getting buckets.
And that's Waterman's first points of the game, and hopefully that gets her going. That's her game right there.
Hurley's tried 3 threes in this game and has missed them all very long. Beastry, transition 3, in and out. Oh, it hit every part of the rim before falling into the hands of Isabella Zingaro. Another board for her.
Good eyes by Rushton to find the trailer there. Just didn't fall for him.
Jada Leonard around the bend, drops the shoulder, and an offensive foul. Tasha Rushton again, the victim of an offensive foul.
And that one was, she got hit hard there.
Yeah, a little slow getting up on that one. Teammates
Knocked the
patting
wind
her
out
on
of
the
you.
back. That's the price of the game.
Yeah, and Leonard just full on dropped the shoulder and kind of Want to go straight with the top of the head almost.
She led with the crown of the helmet. It's got to be targeting.
5 yards.
Oh, my bad. Wrong sport. Let's go to our rules analyst. No, I'm just kidding. 15 to shoot here for the Norse. Karina Beastry in the lane. Faces up right at Zingaro. She's fouled. So the Norse attacking Zingaro, and what in the first half ended up being blocks, end up being fouls here.
And for the Norse,
Zingaro, only her first foul.
there are worse things the Norse can do than get Karina Beastry to the line. A lot of worse things to do. This is not a bad position to be in. I mean, if Beastry's able to operate a little more, get to the line more like she usually does, I think they have a chance here to pull forward. I mean, it's a 12-point game now. First one good from Beastry, which, of course, it was a 17-point game just a few minutes ago. So. And the second one is also good for Beastry. That puts it at 34-45 for the Vikes here, 11-point game.
They get it into the front court with Zingaro.
Yeah, and Cleveland State just breaking that press there.
Top of the key, Paula Piqué looking down Zingaro. Lost it initially, tried to kick it back out and turned it over. Maya Meredith has the steal. Here she comes in transition again. Meredith scores and one again. Foul going on Paula Piqué. And for the second time in the blink of an eye, Maya Meredith has a shot at a three-point play, and the Norse are within 10. It's a 9-point game.
The momentum here with the Norse is incredibly important. I mean, if they're able to hold on to this, string together a couple more good possessions, I mean, they're right back in this game. I mean, 9 points. See if Maya Meredith can complete this three-point play here.
She does. She's up to 11 points, and it's an 8-point game, 45-37. Press here for the Norse. They get it back to Piqué. Still trying to cross the timeline. They do just in time. Ball goes back out of bounds. Poked out by Rushton.
And they're doing a good job of denying Zingaro the ball. But the way every head turns on defense to her and is just looking for the steal.
Here's Piqué, guarded closely by Rushton. 10 to shoot. Piqué is a long way from the basket. Ball denial by Beastry to Maples. Piqué picks up her dribble. 5 to shoot for Maples. Uh-oh. Crossover on Beastry. Tough fadeaway three. No. Oh, my goodness. She's human. Rebounded by Walterman. Here come the Norse. Meredith into the corner. Stops. Kicks it back out. Jordan. Down low Walterman. Working on Zingaro, spins up and under to the left hand, lays it in. Abby Walterman makes it a 6-point game.
Starting to get into her game and her rhythm. That's what she wants, and that's how she gets her points. That's her second straight point. And the
Paula Piqué, a missed three.
And the crowd's really into it right now.
Norse trying to ride the momentum. They get another stop, and then they push it down low to Walterman, who's fouled from behind by Zingaro. That's her second, and that's the media timeout. So it'll be the Norse basketball out of the media timeout, trailing it by only 6, 45-39.
New day and location.
Back after this.
Since Monday. Rules number 14, Abby Walterman.
Abby Walterman to the free throw line out of the timeout to shoot 2 free throws. The Norse are in the bonus. And she knocks down the first free throw. We're within 5 points here, ladies and gentlemen. Walterman now up to 5 points.
60% free throw shooter.
2 for 2.
4 points.
Here's Paula Pique. Stole kickball. Knocked away by Rushton, but she dribbled it off of Rushton's foot. Wow, I really thought the Norse forced a turnover there in the backcourt.
Ben getting a little excited.
Ball. Speaking of kick ball, Paula Pique has the same last name as Gerard Piqué, both from Barcelona, Spain. I'm thinking about asking Paula if there's any relation. Would that be appropriate? Let us know in the chat that we don't have activated. 15 to shoot here for Cleveland State. Back outside, Ella Van Wielden. Maples, step back 3. Not that time. Rebounded by Jordan. Norse looking for more. Meredith. Rushton over to B Street. Jordan inside the arc, outside Rushton. A good look at a 3. It's good. Tayshia Rushton makes it a 1-point game.
And they're doing a great job of breaking their zone defense, and they're just making them work, passing the ball quickly, and they just can't hold up with all the shifting.
Van Wielden, kick outside, Maples. Little jab on B Street, gives it up. Piqué at the free throw line. Sent to the corner. A 3 over the rim, missed. The Norse can take the lead. Pull it pass down low, gets to Walterman. And she's fouled on the floor. By guess who? Isabella Zingaro. She had 0 fouls at halftime. And here, 6.5 minutes into the third quarter, she just picks up her third. 2 free throws coming for Walterman. A chance to put the Norse on top after being down by 15 at the break. Erasing the deficit in just 6.5 minutes. We're tied at 45.
I mean, a 17-point deficit in any game is impressive to to overcome. But I mean, this has been a complete 180 for the Norse. I mean, they made some adjustments here that are working big time for them.
Walterman 2 for 2. The Norse are outscoring Cleveland State 21-5 here in the third quarter.
NKU currently on a 15-0 run. 15 unanswered points from the Norse here.
Zingaro. Fagan. Down low Zingaro. Double comes, sends it out over the head of Leonard and out of bounds. A turnover.
Cleveland State, who has not scored a field goal in almost 5 minutes.
Timeout called by Cleveland State. And that'll be our media timeout. And wow, what a performance here in the third for the Norse. They lead at 46-45 here with 2:58 left in the third. Back to play. Norse with the basketball and a 1-point lead. Imagine telling that to somebody 15 minutes ago. Here comes Karina Beastry. Sent outside to Maya Meredith. Pops in the lane. Puts it in right over top of Zingaro. They stretch the lead to 3. Meredith now up to 13.
And they're just breaking this. Their defense just picking it apart easily.
Look down to Zingaro. She swarmed and a foul called. Going against Maya Meredith.
And 2 free throws.
2 free throws now coming for Zingaro, who has been very quiet here in the second half.
Yeah, and you hope for Cleveland State this gives her some confidence back, and she makes the first one there. Second one is good.
Zingaro has 14. Norse lead it by 1. Full court pressure back for Cleveland State. Norse break it. Rushton in the lane. Sent out to Meredith. Jordan. Little mid-range is no good. Weak side offensive board by Walterman. Out to Meredith. 15 to shoot here for the Norse. Oh, lazy pass from Meredith. Loose ball in the lane, and the jump ball is called. Possession errors with Cleveland State.
Yeah, I'm kind of just a throwaway pass almost from my Meredith, but just one. Look at a little pressure here from NKU. Never mind.
Half-hearted. Cleveland State can take the lead right back. Here is Jada Leonard. Here's Zingaro. Leonard working on Rushton inside. Tried to lay it in. Could not. Rebounded by Walterman.
Good seal by Zingaro on Jordan, but just wasn't able to get the layup for Leonard.
Walterman in the lane on Zingaro. Couldn't get it to go. Offensive board, though, from Jordan. Kick out 3. Rushton in and out. Oh, the bench would have exploded had that gone down.
That's one of the best shots off an offensive rebound, and it just rolls out. Unlucky there.
Uncontested 3 in transition is missed. Luckily for the Norse, Elevate and Wielden had nobody around her. Up ahead, Meredith, back to Beastry, streaking inside, steps around Zingaro, and banks it in. Beastry into double figures with 11. 50-47, the Norse lead. 1 minute left here in the third.
Beastry giving a sign to Zingaro there. We have, at least to some degree, figured you out. Definitely. Oh, that was sorry. I held my breath there for a second. Zingaro 3.
Yeah, it was about as ugly as you would have imagined. Didn't draw rim. Straight backboard. The Norse had the rebound with Walterman. She was fouled from behind. So, Walterman back to the free throw line.
Line for the Norse number 13. 2 free throws.
Be interested to see what Zingaro's season-long numbers are from 3.
2 for 7.
There you go. What a whiz.
Yeah.
So she was 33% prior to that.
5 tonight for Abby Walterman.
That puts it at a 4-point lead, the Norse's largest lead of the game.
And
1 for 2 goes Walterman. Still, nearly turned over. Beastry jumped in the passing lane.
And then started waving her hands at the ref, acting like she didn't touch the ball. Quick.
And on the inbound, the Norse setting up full court pressure. Foul called on Rushton. It's only the 3rd for the Norse, though. Do the same thing over again. They get it into Zingaro to a streaking Colby Maples. They break into the front court easily. Now Maples will slow it down. Moody into the game with those 3 fouls.
Doing anything they can to get the ball out of Maples' hands.
Maples now on the block, sends it out. Jada Leonard 3, good. That makes it a 1-point game as Jada Leonard drills the 3. Norse with a 1-point lead and the shot clock off. 15 seconds to play. Tasha Rushton will bleed some clock as the Norse look for a final bucket to end what's been an excellent quarter. Here goes Beastry. Inside, left-handed layup is missed. Offensive board, Walterman. That's blocked by Zingaro. 1 to shoot. Half court for Leonard. No good. And after 3, the Norse come away with the lead.
And that was a good final play there. I mean, B Street getting to the lane and getting a good layup, but just missed. And then Walterman being able to get it back up on the offensive rebound, but she wanted a foul there, but didn't get it. And it was a good attempt. Good attempt, a good rally back.
Absolutely. The Norse outscoring Cleveland State 26-10 in the third quarter. I mean, if you're Cleveland State right now, you need to be making some big adjustments here in the fourth quarter, seeing if you can figure out this Norse team a little bit better.
And they've been starting to play better in the second half. After this, after their 7-game win streak, they've been starting to pick it up in the second half better than they have recently, and they might start being a better second half team.
Rushton still leads the way for the Norse with 14. Meredith not far behind with 13. Beastry in the double figures as well with 11. And Walterman with 7. So a very balanced scoring attack for the Norse has helped them lead this game by 1. Still 10 minutes left to play. Cleveland State loves these type of games. We've been saying it all day, and it looks like they're in for another one. 51-50. 10 minutes left to play here at Truist Arena. We'll be back for the action. Fourth quarter, Norse basketball first. Rushton over to Beastry. Thought about a 3. Beastry rushed in 3. That's short and rebounded by Colby Maples.
And they're running.
Neither of these teams seeming to have slowed down too much here, or at least they are fighting through the exhaustion here, because 50-51, 1-point lead here.
Here's Fagan. Down low, Zingaro fouled from behind by Mia Jordan. Jordan did a really good job on Zingaro in the third quarter, but here, the first play of the fourth, she picks up her 3rd foul.
He first fouled the quarter.
On the inbound pass, trying to get it out to Maples. Beastry did a really good job. She got a hand on it, and ball was loose, and a jump ball was called.
Beastry wanted a push off there. You can kind of see that she pushed off, but 2 bodies bumping in the air. You can't really do anything. And it was just a great seal by Beastry to try to get that over, and she tipped it, just couldn't corral it.
Maples gives it off to Leonard. Leonard guarded by Rushton. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets it over to Macy Fagan. Look down low, Zingaro. Double team comes. Pass was deflected and turned over. Karina Beastry now brings it up for the Norse. Nearly got it stolen away from Leonard. By Leonard. Meredith. Sent to the corner with Moody. Beastry top of the key. Meredith down low. Quick pull up. Mid-range. Sticks it right on in. Maya Meredith now with 15 to lead all Norse.
And she's really good at those like 6-foot jumpers that she just sticks them every time.
Yeah, it
Comes
was
off 1 foot, squares up, easy.
right over top of Zingaro. Beastry guarding Maples. Maples spins out of it.
Beastry doing a really good job just going hard against Maples here. Oh, my God.
Another entry pass
Tipped away.
deflected, and the Norse keep it in bounds. They try to get it down low again, and the Norse deny it and force another turnover. Here's Meredith down low, Moody on Zingaro. Making her move. Double comes, gets rid of it. Out to Beastry on the elbow. She pulls up, can't make it. Offensive board by Moody. She's fouled hard from behind. Foul going against Ella Van Wielden, her third.
Stop the fourth quarter. They're now getting likely center 9 very early. Placing Van Wielden.
I was just standing there. Oh, there we go.
Outside, Moody, back to Beastry, back to Moody. She wants a three. In and out. Really good look.
Yeah, and she's hit those this season. Just wasn't able to hit it there.
Leonard streaking the other way, tries to bank it up and in, and she does. Jada Leonard makes it a 1-point game again.
Good quick action by Leonard and Maple there.
Rushton quickly into the front court, stops on the block, puts up a rainbow right over top of Zingaro, and gets it to drop. I mean, you're talking about Rushton.
Talk about David and Goliath situation. 5'5" Rushton there with 6'4" Zingaro. I mean, that was incredible. Acrobatic, to say the least.
Zingaro will try another three. Oh, she got it! Isabel Zingaro.
That's her third 3 of the season.
To tie the game here.
Zingaro's done a little bit of everything. She's up to 17 now. Beastry at 3 to try to respond. Can't do it. And skying up for the rebound is Macy Fagan. We're tied at 55. CSU with the ball.
Smaller Rushton on Zingaro.
Leonard, tough shot off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Rushton, and she's fouled from behind by Jada Leonard, trying to make up for her horrible shot.
Yeah, and
Fouls Rushton from behind.
kind of just forcing the issue there. You spin into spin into a defender and just kind of throw it up there and hope it goes in. It's not going to go in.
Paula Pique comes back into the game for Jada Leonard.
13 doubles. Well, Pace, 13 doubles. Pace, how about Maddie? Go this way.
Meredith, down low, Jordan. Fumbled it initially. Jordan now going to work, kick it out. Good look for a Beastry 3. Off the iron, high into the air, rebounded. And going the other way is Colby Maples.
Even with the missed shot, that was a good set by NKU to just pull Zingaro out of the paint and got Mia Jordan wide open, but she just bobbled the pass.
Still tied at 55. Sarah Hurley with it, foul away from the ball, going on Jordan against Zingaro. That's going to be her 4th foul.
Where's it?
And then the foul number 9, that's her player, and the team second.
Abby Walterman to the scorers table.
Isabella Zingaro, I believe, does have more than 10 drawn fouls at this point here in this game, which is quite impressive.
Maples putting a move on Beastry on the perimeter. 10 to shoot for the Vikings.
Getting position quick by
Fagan
Zingaro.
down low. Another fumbled pass, dribbles out to Hurley for a 3. She still can't get anything going from downtown. They try to save it, and it's thrown right to the Norse. So the Norse come out on top on that possession. Beastry, transition 3. In and out again. These are not bad shots for Beastry. They're just not going.
She's 1 for 9 from 3-point range right now.
Zingaro on Walterman spins and scores like it's nothing.
regardless of the struggles B Street's been having from beyond the arc, I mean, you can't count her out. She's still got the green light on these shots, and any of them could be going in. I'm not quite sure what the problem could be, but and there's a turnover.
Yeah, it was quick action. Meredith threw it down to B Street in the lane. B Street kind of tried to jump pass down low to Walterman, but it was covered. Kind of ended up just lobbing it out of bounds. It's why you usually want to play off 2 feet and avoid getting up into the air like that. Here's Paula Pique. Now Colby Maples, 10 to shoot, guarded by B Street. On an island is B Street with Maples. Drives down low. Maples, another tough finish. Can't get it to go, but on the offensive glass, there is Isabella Zingaro. She's got 21 points to match Maples' 21.
And that's back-to-back buckets. There's her confidence back, and that's what you do not want.
59-55, Cleveland State in front. Meredith goes right at Zingaro. Tough fall away. Can't get that one to go. Cleared out some nice space for herself. Couldn't get it to go. Pique, ball on the deck. And Karina B Street touched the ball while she was laying out of bounds. So it'll stay with Cleveland State, but not till we go to a media timeout. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. The Norse trail it by 4. 59-55. The finish after this here on the Northern. All right, out of the last media timeout, pivotal times here in this game. 4 minutes, 4 points. The Norse trail it by. Zingaro down low off the inbounds. They draw it up to perfection. And that's 2 more points for Isabella Zingaro, as easy as can be.
You don't want to see that this early coming back from this timeout. Ooh, and a Norse turnover here.
Meredith trying to whip it into Moody, and it was turned over. Not a good pass. So Norse in the danger zone now. They're down by 6. Jada Leonard out to Zingaro. She's going to try another 3. No. And knocked out of bounds by Cleveland State. It'll be the Norse basketball. They need a bucket here.
And she's shot more than she's made or coming into this game.
B Street. To Moody. Moody's been quiet too, in foul trouble for a lot of this game. Only 4 points for Moody. Meredith faces up mid-range again, high into the air, gets the roll. Little Truist Arena roll there for Maya Meredith. She has 17 now. Norse within 4.
And she knows how to square up in that paint and just face up, and she just knows it's going to go in. It has a little fadeaway to her shot.
Maples on B Street fouled. Third team foul on the Norse. It's on B Street, her second.
Team's third.
Maples trying to back down B Street. Tough shot, Colby Maples. No. Rebounded by the Norse with Maya Moody.
Precarious rebound there.
Look down low, Walterman with position. They whip it outside now. Norse around the perimeter. Meredith going at Zingaro. Floats it up over. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, by Walterman. Beastry reload 3. No. Rebounded and grabbed by Sarah Hurley for Cleveland State. Vikings the other way. Leonard, uncontested 3 in transition. Not even close. The rebound was so long that it went all the way out to Maples standing behind the three-point line. She drives to the basket, had it stripped out of her hands by Beastry, but it went off of Maples last. Great hands by Beastry. It'll be the Norse's basketball.
And we have... Oh, never mind. It's the refs for 2 different calling, and they want a challenge.
Yeah, so an appeal coming here for Cleveland State. They will burn a timeout, and we will take a break. We'll let you know the result of the appeal after this.
Cleveland State. Kentucky's basketball for Leon Cleveland State will lose. It's timeout. 30-second timeout.
Not sure if you heard the call, but the appeal has been confirmed. It's the Norse's basketball. One of the refs was complimenting Trey Miles there on his announcement. I think that was Corey Malone, really complimenting his colleague on a great announcement. It was. Trey Miles did a great job, very clear, and in my opinion, the correct call. Norse basketball.
Is refs where they have to go up and announce the call? Is that like a theater production, or are we like selling it more, or how do we do that? I'm not sure. Anyone know?
A little bit of showmanship.
So Norse down by 4. Now 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play. That's a big call in this game. Norse needs something here. Beastry has been very cold in this game. Can she come up with a big moment? Tries to bank in a floater, can't.
No.
Rebounded by Zingaro.
Good way to snake through the defense, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Hits back iron hard and just doesn't get the roll.
Maples.
Huge defensive. They need a huge defensive stop here.
Here's Fagan. Big switch to the corner. A three from the corner is no good by Hurley. She has had a rough time from the outside, Sarah Hurley.
And you live with those long skip passes to the corner, and you just got to miss or make type of thing, and you live with that as NKU.
So it's getting down to it now. Minute 47. The Norse still down by 2 possessions. Tasha Rushton. They roll the ball up. Clock starts just now as she crosses half court. Beastry. Jordan. Back to Rushton. Meredith. Back to Rushton. Catch and shoots. High off the iron. Miss, but a foul called on the floor. Abby Walterman was fouled by Sarah Hurley. The third team foul on Cleveland State. So no free throws, but the Norse will have it with a fresh 20 underneath the basket.
And Waterman does a great job of just getting position. And
Meredith drives baseline, tries to kick it out and turns it over, running out of real estate there on the sideline. Had to kick it out, and Jada Leonard easily intercepted it. What a costly turnover.
yeah, and just not a smart pass.
Hurley, as Cleveland State tries to burn some clock. 10 to shoot here for Maples. Fagan over the top. Zingaro scores. Had 2 Norse on her. The pass was perfect. She catches it and scores. Norse now down by 6 with under a minute. Beastry in the lane at Zingaro. Blocked out of bounds. 52.3, 21 to shoot.
And BC run a foul there, but you can't really do anything with a straight-up defense by Zingaro.
Rushton inbounds all the way out to Jordan. Jordan going to work, sent to the corner with Rushton. Lots of traffic, and Rushton's fouled. Reach in, I think called on Leonard. No, it's going to go on Fagan instead. That's her 4th. So a fresh 20 here for the Norse, but time is running out. They need a basket quick. 46.6. They go all the way out to Mia Jordan again on the inbound. Beastry, handoff Rushton. Turns it over nearly. Pass was deflected by Leonard. Norse have it back, 10 to shoot. Beastry's got to put up a shot. She goes right around Zingaro and lays it in with the left hand. A nice move there from Beastry, and timeout called by Jeff Hands, who was calling for that timeout, nearly didn't get it off.
Good move, Ben. Great change of pace. She kind of goes like straight at the sideline and then cuts right back to the baseline, and is easy just lay up around Zingaro.
So back to a 4-point game, 32.3. Beastry has 13 points on a rough shooting night, but able to get a bucket when the Norse needed her to. She's now 4 for 21 from the field. And hasn't been getting to the free throw line as much as normal, just 4 for 4. Very uncharacteristic performance in that way. But you'd imagine some full court pressure coming for the Norse here. Cleveland State's been able to break it. Oh, a timeout called by Cleveland State.
He wants the ball advance.
I think it was a strategic move by Hands to call the timeout so Cleveland State wouldn't call a timeout to get the ball advance, because that's what women's basketball is turning into. It's turning into the NBA. But either way, Cleveland State still takes the timeout to get the ball advancement. So, as we mentioned earlier, the full court press has been eliminated from the women's game in crunch time because of the ball advancement.
And it's a smart move by Cleveland State just to be able to keep it in their half almost, and makes throwing the ball just a little bit easier.
Into the backcourt. Oh, Beastry got a hand on it, but instead Maples has it, and the foul comes from Beastry.
Yeah, and
29 left in the game. No shot clock now.
And good hands by B Street, almost getting the steal there. See if they run the same thing again. See what.
Oh, they do put
happen.
20 back on the shot clock, so that's a factor now. Imagine the Norse are going to foul again here. They do. Maddie Moody, that's her 4th. Free throws coming up here for Maples.
They got to be careful here with fouling. Obviously, there's not much time left, so there's not much to be careful with. But several Norse players here in foul trouble. Maddie Moody with her 4th. Mia Jordan as well with her 4th. I know Jordan's not in the game right now, but got to pay attention to those fouls this late.
Maples, a 75% free throw shooter.
Maples goes 2 for 2. Makes it a 6-point game. Timeout called by Jeff Hands. So you need, 28.1. You need a 3, right? I mean, people love to say, oh, you don't need a 3 here. But do you need a 3? 28.1 down by 6.
You certainly would like one, but it's not a necessity. I understand what you're saying, though. I think people don't want to say you need a 3, but I agree with you, Ben. I think you do need a 3 here. You're down by 6. I mean, there's not much you can do besides get a 3.
I'd shoot it.
Would you, Jacob?
Try to run a thing for B Street. Even though she hasn't shot the ball well, B Street or Rushton, 2 of your most confident 3-point shooters, and you get the ball advancement, so you get an easier way to set up a 3-point shot off an inbound.
Noelle Hubert now on the floor, sniper in her own right. They get it into Rushton. Let's see if they take the 3. Now they try to get it back, and it's turned over. Jada Leonard read it like a book. They were trying to get it back to Noelle Hubert, who inbounded the ball for a look at a 3, and Leonard just knew it was coming. My goodness, what a clutch play there from Leonard. She moved it into the front court and was fouled. 2 free throws coming here for Leonard.
And that's 3 steals for her tonight, and 2 down the stretch that has helped them propel forward, clearing out the paint.
Leonard makes it a 3-possession game with the first made free throw, and it's now an 8-point game, 67-59. Timeout called by Jeff Hands. Norse kind of running out of options at this point.
And this is a big pivotal moment. The Norse has lost back-to-back games, both against Purdue, Fort Wayne, and IU Indy, and that snapped a 7-game win streak from December 29th to January 17th. So they were undefeated going from the new year till January 17th. But this is huge because that 7-game win streak got them all the way up into 4th place in the Horizon League and second place in the Horizon League. And they were playing well and looking really well and strong. But just when you start playing the higher up seeds, it's starting to struggle. Both IU Indy and Purdue Fort Wayne were on the road, so it makes it a little harder. This one's at home, and you don't really want to lose home games. And they're 5-4 before this game at home, so they'll make it even if they lose this game.
So 22.9 left here in the 4th. Same setup here for the Norse. Noelle Hubert inbounding. They get it to Rushton. Quick 3 coming for Tasha. Pulls up. No good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be the Norse's basketball. 18 seconds exactly.
It was a good shot. The ball went really dead after it hit the back iron, so it kind of played in NKU's favor there.
Rushton. Oh, tries to go over the top. Tough catch for B Street. She makes it. Steps inside for the mid-range. Knocks it right on in. So Norse commit the foul right away. 12.5 seconds to go. Back to a 6-point game. Maples will go to the line trying to make it an 8-point game.
It's nice for B Street's stat sheet there, but I'm not sure there's much to be done here in a situation like this, but we'll see. 6-point game, 12.5 left.
The 4th foul on B Street. 15 points in this game now for B Street on 5 of 22 from the floor.
Maples makes the first one. That's 24 or 25 for her tonight. Excuse me, or 24. Sorry, I'm getting my numbers mixed up here. but it will be 25 if she makes the second one, which she does. It's now an 8-point game once again, 61-69, 12.5 left. Not much the Norse can do here, but we'll see how they play it.
Colby Maples and Isabella Zingaro, each with 25 points in this game. And that's what's going to propel Cleveland State to a road win. Up by 8. They force a turnover. 3 seconds to go, and that will do it. 69-61. The Norse fall after a valiant second-half comeback that saw them lead after 3 quarters despite being down by 15 at the break. Ultimately, though, it's Coach Chris Kilsmeyer and the Cleveland State Vikings coming on the road to pull away for a win. We mentioned it just a moment ago. Colby Maples and Isabella Zingaro combining for 50 points of CSU's 69. What a night those two had. And on the defensive end, their other best player, Jada Leonard, with 3 steals, including that all-pivotal steal at the end of the game. They just made more plays down the stretch. And the Norse, again, seemingly been their struggle for most of the year, didn't shoot it well. They were 33% from the floor as a team, 22 for 66. A measly 5 of 27 for 3. Granted, Cleveland State didn't shoot it much better from downtown, but when you look at Isabella Zingaro, who was 9 for 12 from the floor, and Colby Maples getting whatever she wanted, 9 for 16 from the floor, those two combining, as we said, for 50, it's just a hard thing to deal with.
Isabella Zingaro, man, I mean, what a game. 15 rebounds, 25 points, had 10 fouls drawn on her the entire game. I mean, 2 steals as well. I mean, her and Colby Maples were really running the floor out there today, and it was an impressive effort, comeback mounted by the Norse, but it seems that even when they're able to mount these comebacks, they do still struggle with finishing here in these close games.
Yeah, and it was that second quarter for NKU that just really killed them. Only 7 points, and they got outscored. And Cleveland State had 21 points in that second quarter, and they kind of flipped it in the third, but it's just that you don't shoot well, 18% in that second quarter, and then you kind of rally back in the third, and then the fourth, you kind of plateau and go 0 for 8 from 3 and only shooting 29% and only put up 10 points. I mean, obviously, fourth quarters usually have a dip with it being later in the game and you're exhausted, but yeah, I mean, it's just they did not play well in that second quarter, and it kind of killed them there.
Yeah, Norse out-rebounded by 10 in this game and also committing 16 turnovers. That was a -7 turnover ratio in this game. They only forced 9 from Cleveland State. So out-rebounded on the boards, didn't shoot it well, and didn't really have any answers for Zingaro or Maples, those two playing as advertised here in this game. So Cleveland State improves to 17-7 on the year, 7-6 now in the Horizon League. The Norse fall to 10-14, moving them down to 7-6 in Horizon League play, even with Cleveland State. So tough one here for the Norse as they lose their 3rd consecutive game. We've mentioned they've been so streaky this year. After a 7-game win streak that was right after a 5-game losing streak, they're now on a 3-game losing streak. It's just kind of everything they do is consecutive this year. So another tough one to drop. The Norse drop it to Cleveland State 69-61. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. For my partners, Jakob Staley and Henry Crawford, I am Ben Burdette saying so long from Truist Arena. The final score once again, Cleveland State 69, Northern Kentucky 61.